Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the Next.js 14. Today we are going to learn sign in with Cognito. So those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please to subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please to like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So when I do with the sign in with Cognito, so here you can see that we have the email and the password, right? So currently I have already make a user, so I'm going to log in with my account, and here I'm going to add my password over here and just try to sign in. This is multi-factor authentication. Okay, so it will give me the code into mobile phone. So let me check the code is received. So I need to add the code over here, that is 329 215 and I do this one, sign in, and here you can see that I get my details. Okay, so welcome to Magento developer 1993. This is my email. If I go to my account over here, so here you can see that the AWS console, right? So let me log in and show you the account over here, sign into the console, right? So here we have to pass the details. Right now let me just pass the details, sign in. So here we go with the Cognito right now. So here we go the Cognito. Okay, so here we are the details. So next auth. So here we have the users. Here you can see that the email. Okay, so this is the email that I have, and you can see that if I click on this one, so here you can see that my confirmation status of that one. So email is verified and phone number is also verified. Here you can see that, right? So this is how we have registered. If you want me to register again, so let me do that one with another thing. Okay, so this is that one. Let's do the sign out and go with the sign up process. Okay, so Cognito. So currently the cache is there, so let me just do with this one, login, or I need to go with the private window after that. Okay, so here we go with this one. Let's sign in with Cognito. So this time we are going to register the part. So let me open this in the private window because it's once I did. Let me go to the private window and let's try to go with account. Here we go with the login, sign in with Cognito. So here you can see that the sign up. So here we will put address, anything. So I'm going to add my email address, rajnikant1993 at the rate gmail.com. Gmail.com. Phone number, I have only one, so this is the number that I will add. Password I will add. Okay, sign up. So verification code to my email. So let me check this one first. Okay, let me go to my email and so here we get the code. So that is 384 433. Confirm account. So the again the I need to go with the OTP also. So currently I'm not receiving the OTP, and if I go to my AWS account, here you can see that. So if I just refresh the users list over here, here you can see, so there is previous it's one, and here you can see that now we have a two records. Okay, so this is Royal Rajnikant. If I click on this, here you can see that the confirmation is confirmed because email I have confirmed but not the phone number. Okay, so currently it's not showing, but still I can log in. Okay, let's have a look on that one. So here we go with this one. If I just reload or just put the localhost 3000, what will happen? Login, sign in with Cognito, logged in with this, and again it asking me the verification for the code. So let me check this time they will send me the code or not, because SNS service is so late on that. Still, I think I'm not receiving. No, I received not yet. Mhm. Not yet received. Let me close this and open the private window again. Localhost 3000. Sign in with Cognito. I think this is Royal Rajnikant 1993 at the rate gmail.com. Okay, let's sign in again. There will be a OTP. Okay, let's have a look. They will send this time or not. Might be I have only one request because first time I just do because this is my this is my free account, not the paid account where I have to do the SMS part. I think it is giving me the only one for the one part, I guess. So I have already show you like it will give you the OTP, then verify, then it will give you the sign in it will give you the dashboard, right? So let's dive into the code level if it is not coming. Okay, so let's go that one and how to create the Cognito and everything. Let's go to that one. So let's go to the Cognito first. It will Cognito over here. Okay, so let's go to the Cognito, right? So create user pool. Okay, so here we have the Cognito user pool. Go with the email, phone number, whatever. So let's go with the email, right? Note down all the steps. Okay, so here we have the password strength and everything. Make sure everything is. If you want a two-factor, then ensure it. Otherwise, you can make it optional. Okay, users can sign in with the single authentication factor, can choose an additional. Okay, so you can do with this one, or you can make it like no multi-factor authentication you want. Okay, do that one, email only. So let's go to the next, and here we have enable self one and allow Cognito to verify and the confirm. Everything is this one. Okay, if you want to more attributes you want to add, you can go with the more attributes, right? Next, and this is send email with the Cognito, not with SES. So here you can pass the reply to format. Okay, and create new role. Yes, you go with the, I think I have the previous role. I think this is test role. Yeah, this test role is there already. So here we go with the next, and pool name we will add next-auth. Okay, so here we have the public client. So we need require the public client credentials. This is required. So enter the name, that is you can say next-auth, and generate the client secret because we require for this one, and advanced app settings. Okay, so here we have the I have allow lambda trigger based custom authentication, username and password auth for the admin authentication, password auth. Okay, so make the check accordingly, and we have the enable this one attribute read write permissions. Okay, and let's go to the next process, and here we have the everything is in there. Okay, and make sure to create a user pool. This is created. Okay, next auth. After this you have to go with the domains, I suppose. So here we have the sign in experience. So password policy, multi-factor authentication, this is optional. Okay, so now moving to the sign up. So here, what else? This is app integrations. So make sure you have to add the domain. So create a Cognito domain. So this is called the test next auth unavailable. Next auth Rajnikant available. Create the domain. Okay, so we require the callback also. Okay, so let me check the callback also. Posted. No, this is not that one. User polls. So this is, and here we have the app integration. So what we require, that is user pool. we require the client ID and the client secret. So here we go with this one. This is your client ID, client secret. And the one thing that is also required, that is in the documentation, that is issuer. Okay, so I will show you how to get the issuer part. So this is done, and here you can see that the app client and all is there. Okay, there is one thing that is I have missed, that is the that is callback URL. That's very important, because here in the next auth I have added the callback. Without this one I think it's not working. So let me check where I have added the callback URL. So password policy is there, right? Sign up experience. Okay, here it is not messaging, SNS. So make sure your SNS is set up properly, right? So because here you can see that I have set up the SNS part also as for the SMS. Okay, and this is not there. App integration. So here we go with domain is there, resources, app clients, no, advanced app client list. If there app client list, here we go with, here you can see that we have hosted UI, and hosted UI we have the callbacks, right? And in my that one it's not showing in that moment. What else we have missed might be. So make sure you have to hosted UI you have, and when I click on the edit, make sure you have to go with the allowed callback URL. So this URL callback should be added, and make sure the Cognito user pool is there, auth code grant is there, email open ID profile is there, right? And make that the save changes. Okay, so this is the full process, like how to create the Cognito. Okay, let's move to the code level now. So here we go with the code. So let's open the step by step with the, I think the messages is there still. I think no, because I think the limit is one, might be. Okay, so let me close the previous one, and let's go to the code base, or opening the next auth part. Next auth. So let's open this one, and we have to follow these rules. Okay, so here we go with this one. So let's open our code base. So here we have API, auth, next auth, then we have the routes. So here you can see that we have, this is latest code, that is 14, not the previous one. So here we have a Cognito, and here you can see that in the Cognito we have to pass the client ID, client secret, and the issuer. Okay, so if I go to the providers, and here we have the, where we go with the AWS Cognito, and here we can see that the Cognito issuer, how to create that one, that is Cognito IDP. So here you need to pass the region, whatever region you have, then you have to pass the pool ID. So pool ID basically like this one. So if I cancel this one, this is let me go back, user pools. So here you can see that next auth, this is your user pool ID, and what's your region. So this is the region, this is your region. So copy and paste it and make a issuer like this. Okay, let's move to the next. So this is your Cognito provider. After this, this is export the handler, right? And import the rest of the things like this. Okay, so this is already written in the Next.js document. Okay, then we have a components in the session wrapper.tsx. So here we have create the next auth React session provider, which we are passing. Okay, there's two files. After this is done, let's go to the page.tsx. So where we have the login and the logger out. So here you can see that if if there is, let me just word wrap this. Okay, so you can see, so here we have the use session, import the necessary functions. Okay, default home. So here we are using the use session, extract the data from the use session as a session, login with, set login with, right? If the login with is there, set login with, that is true, and check if the sessions exist. If the session is there, then we are going to show the user image, or user, you can say the welcome is as a user email. Okay, and the sign out button, right? Here you can see that. After this, if the login with is not there, then we are going to be sign in with Google, sign in with the GitHub, sign in with the Cognito. Okay, make sure you have to do this one. Okay, after this we have the UI. So here we can see that when I'm not logged in, so here you can see that the UI is like this. Okay, that is my app, or the login. Okay, so this is the logic, okay, that we have to do. Okay, this is done. Moving to the next part, this is done. Then we have where we get the details. Session wrapper is done, route is done, and I think there is one more file. I think no, home is there already. So here we go with this one. So this one, my app, you can see that here we can, by default screen is my app, right? So where it comes from? So it comes from the page.tsx. Here you can see. So this is the my app, and this is all login account like this. So this is that one. Okay. So return by default this one, right? Okay, and when I click on the login, so here you can see that it will come up with the login, sign in as, and sign in with Google, and sign in with this. Okay, if the session is there, then we are going to pull the data from the session and show it over here. Okay, so this is that one. With the help of this, you are able to log in with the Cognito successfully, right? Any doubt, any query in that, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, share, and comment on my video. Have a nice day.